Good morning, Alta Realty Group agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Marketing and Training. And today we're going to be going through the Client Welcome Kit. So we spend a lot of time and money, directing leads to our landing pages and all that good stuff. And when we get a lead, that's the age-old question. What do you do with the lead when you get to it? And what's the best way to approach a lead? So one of our theories is that you create a client welcome kit. And this is also something that can go out to your people in your sphere of influence to make sure that they know exactly what you do and the services you offer. So the client welcome kit is a great way to do just that. Explain exactly what you do, the different programs you offer, and really give people a good idea of your services. So one of the first things that you want to do in your client welcome kit, and this is really is up to you, and it should be very, very customized to exactly who you are as a realtor, what your niche is, and your area that you're farming. So you really want to hone this down, make it really about you and what you're offering. So the first thing that we want to make sure that we have in our client welcome kit is, of course, a bio, and it can be just as simple as this, just a quick bio. We'll use Marcella as a little guinea pig. And really, the bio, it should be one page. So this should be concise. Even taking this font down, a tiny bit is all you need to do. I think we've got this at 14, and I think we had done this for a specific thing that she was doing. But anyway, if you just take this down to, let's say, 12. Probably going to get down onto one page, or 11. So anyway, a one-page bio is the very first thing. Then you want to have a couple different little helpful things for somebody that would be in a position to either be buying or selling a home. So one of the things that I like to include is a moving checklist. So here's our Alta Realty Group moving tips and checklist, and this is downloadable in our agent resource center. So, this has just got a little bit of, tips, checklists, things that maybe someone that, is buying or selling a house, maybe they're not thinking about this stuff. And so this is just a nice little thing to give them, a little value add here. So a nice little moving tips and checklist is a great idea to include in your client welcome kit. Then another great idea is to just, same kind of thing, secrets for a stress-free purchase. So this is something that we created in Breakthrough Broker. So Breakthrough Broker is something that I know we've trained on in the past, and it is a TICOR thing. You literally go to breakthroughbroker.com, sign up for a free account, and you can make all kinds of really cool listing presentations, marketing brochures, a lot of stuff like that. It's obviously cookie cutters. Most of you saw when we went through that, but stuff like this is available. It's really easy. They'll drop in your, picture, your information, logo, all that good stuff. So this is, even this little insert is branded with Alta Realty Group and with, more importantly, your information. So, inserts like this are really, really important. So you want to make sure that you're putting in things that will be valuable to your sellers. So that's a really good little idea there. Then there are tons of things. Let me just pull up a few little ideas. And your bio can be more something like, hold on. Your bio could be something more like this, where you have a picture of yourself, and then, more like a little question and answer thing. That's a really good way to do it. So that's one way to go about your bio. Another thing to put in there is, I've been training on this for a long time, your referral giveaway. So you can have your referral giveaway contest insert where you say, hey, every month or every quarter or every year, whatever it is for your budget, you give away a grill or an iPad or whatever the heck you want to give away, gift certificate, Amazon gift certificate. I mean, you can make it really, really easy, but also want to make sure that your people in your sphere of influence and your prospects know that you do this this referral giveaway. And so again, I know we've trained on this tons of times, and I do have the training videos in the Agent Resource Center. So again, the referral contest is where you tell everybody in your sphere of influence that you raffle off a, whatever the prize is, once a month, once a quarter, for people that refer you. So, and you put in, into this little, the next slide or the next thing that you include in your agent or in your client welcome kit would be something like, hey, here's the rules for my contest. And basically all you do is refer me, send an email to the person that you think might be interested in using my services, introducing us, and then that I put your name into a hat and literally put it in a hat because as most of you know and I've trained on, a great way to do it is to video yourself putting your hand into the hat, picking out the name and saying, hey, this month or this quarter, it's Bob Smith that won the contest. So anyway, a little tangent there, but do include an insert that tells the client or the prospect about your referral giveaway contest. Easy thing to do. Add it in your inserts, and it's a great, really great thing to add into this little client welcome kit. So next thing that you want to make sure that you have in your client welcome kit would be, obviously basic information. I like to include information about either about the community that somebody may not know, but more importantly, kind of vetted service providers, your go-to plumber, your go-to electrician, your go-to anything that a homeowner would really need and may need, even landscapers, anything like that. Babysitters. I mean, the list can go on and on and on and on. And again, you don't want to do too much, but a nice one-page sheet where you're telling everybody, hey, this is exactly, my vetted, service providers in your area. That's a really, really cool thing to get as a homeowner. Another idea is, and again, this client welcome kit can be created so you can drop it off in person. You can print them up. Of course, you can also create it as a digital package. And so I encourage you to do both. And in some cases, it's going to be, very, very conducive to you sending that digital package. Other times, you may want to say, hey, I'm going to drop it off, or, that person's right down the street, whatever it may be. So that is a great slide to include as well. And then, I think it's a great idea to have, just a basic, this would be kind of like the last slide is just, your basic information, how to get a hold of you, your website, so forth. That's just a really easy and nice slide to include in your client welcome kit. And then you may even want to include an example of other flyers or other marketing that you've done. So what a great way to tell everybody, hey, this is the kind of thing that I do, and this is what I'm going to do for your property. So same thing, if it's a digital kind of a kit, then absolutely include links to your property websites. So all of us with our agent marketing suite have, let me pull this guy over here. We have our property websites, and so why not include a couple of examples of websites, especially stuff that's sold. That's fun. So hey, include a couple of links, and we all know how to do links. We just click on our URL, we right-click it, we copy it, and then we can paste that anywhere we want. And so again, if you're sending an electronic document, you can paste that. Even if it's a Word document or something like that, you can paste that in there, and that way the client or the prospect can click on it and they can see the exact kind of stuff that you've done in the past. Again, what a great way to show them what you've done and what a great agent you are in your area. So really, really good idea to include that as well. Besides that, really it is up to you guys, and I want you to get creative with this. There's so many other things that you can do. Even showing them some of the marketing campaigns that you can do on Facebook Why wouldn't you include a slide like that? And again, you don't want to make this thing a gigantic book, but between 8 and 10 to 12 pages or slides is all you want to do. It's not overwhelming. Again, it just looks professional. It looks like you're not just the average realtor. You are that realtor that specializes in that area. And I always preach that you really do need to hone in on a niche market for all of your outbound stuff. That doesn't mean you're not going to take a listing in an adjacent city or in an adjacent spot, but everything that you do that's going outbound, your marketing, your website, everything that has to do with you, you really want to hone in on one particular niche. So with that, I really encourage you guys to, create a starter kit, get this thing going, and then I want you to, schedule an appointment with me. Go to our Calendly link and schedule an appointment, or call me or email me, however you want to do it, and we can go through this together and make sure that we create a really, really nice client welcome kit. You have to have this thing prepared, ready to go, right when someone contacts you, or somebody gets to you through your marketing. And then one of the things that I know a lot of people aren't really good with Photoshop and all those things, and they're daunting programs. And honestly, I don't use them much either. Obviously, Courtney is our go-to person here in the office, and she creates all of those great, wonderful marketing materials and stuff with Photoshop and with Illustrator and all those giant, massive programs that most of us don't have. However, most of us do have PowerPoint. And so I just really quick, before we bring Bill Seitz from Clearview Mortgage on, I want to show you how you can really quickly create marketing materials using PowerPoint. So let me just pull PowerPoint up real quick. So this is a Microsoft product. So if you have Word and Outlook and all those things, you most likely have PowerPoint. And if you're using a PC, this is how you search. You just go down to this little bar down here, and you saw I just did a search for PowerPoint, and this is what came up. So all you do is create a new slide, and then for the layout, I just get the layout with just the title. And so this is just a slide now. We can create a nice image. We can create whatever the heck we want. And so we can put our cursor in here, put in, welcome kit, client welcome kit. And so let's just think that this will be our first slide or our first insert in our packet. And so we would want to make a, possibly a nice background. So I just right-clicked, format the background, and now we can select an image. And let's get picture, and we can select from a file. They also have different, these kind of pattern backgrounds, which are kind of cool. But anyway, we can go and I can just pull up one of our pictures of a home or something to that effect. So let's see, I will do, got a couple nice pictures of some homes. Or even, a picture like that, right? Client welcome kit, and you could even, insert a picture of yourself. Picture of myself here. So you could put in a picture of yourself. So very, person wearing a suit, lovely. So very quickly you can create, and I didn't use any coding, anything special. This is super easy. We can create a very, very simple slide using PowerPoint. And again, maybe we wanted to throw in a logo, make it look pro. It's gonna be a massive logo. Oh, whoops. Actually, let's undo that. In our Agent Resource Center, we also do have a transparent logo. There it is. So now we have a nice transparent logo that can be overlaid over the image. So that's how you would create a slide using PowerPoint. Super easy. Maybe we'd put your information right here. So super easy to do, guys. No excuse there. And then you'll save it. You go up to the file and save as. This is actually kind of important. Got it. You're going to save as not a PowerPoint presentation, but you're going to save this as either a PNG or a JPEG. Save it, just that one, and now we have this slide that we can insert. So that is the bulk of the client welcome kit. Super easy to create, very effective. And with that, we are going to bring on Bill Seitz from Clearview Mortgage. Bill, can you hear us?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Kevin?
Absolutely. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. How are we doing today?
We're doing great. So Bill just recently went out to Michigan to meet with our biggest investor for Clearview Mortgage. And so he had a great trip. He and Derek went out there. And so we wanted to have him bring us up to speed on his trip, how it went, all that good stuff. So Bill, fill us in. How was the trip back there?
Yeah, it was amazing. And I think that, first of all, it's good to be back on the webinar, Kevin. I think it's been a little while.
It has.
So happy to be back and chatting with you all. I know I don't get on every week, but I do like Derek and Debbie to hop on time to time, depending on the topic or what we want to convey out to the agents, the ARG agents, and what we have going on, different aspects to a program or appraisal waivers or what have you. But this particular webinar today, I just wanted to share a couple of things, what we're doing on kind of more of a macro level and the people that we're partnering with. It's very important, obviously, for all of us to have the confidence and know that we're with the right kinds of people that are going to help us fund the loans, fund them quickly, that have the processes in place, have the infrastructure in place, and have the personnel in place. And so Derek and I were invited to go back to Detroit, Michigan last week. United Wholesale is our number one, lender, partner, investor that we work with. And we send 8 out of every 10 loans will go to United Wholesale. And it's for a very specific reason. This organization is phenomenal. They clearly understand the wholesale broker platform. They pay attention to detail. They understand the realtor business. They understand the referral business, and they just do a great job. And so I wanted to walk through maybe a couple slides here just to show everyone kind of what we were up to last week. Do you have that front slide, Kevin, of the building?
That's so. Oh, I do actually. I was like, I had that. What the heck happened to it? There it is.
So United Wholesale, it says United Shore there. They actually ran under that name about 12 to 14 years ago. The president and CEO, Matt Ishiba, he's 36 years old, took over his dad's business after he graduated from Michigan State. He was playing basketball for Tom Izzo. For those people who are basketball fans out there, wasn't necessarily a starter, but he was on a national championship team, got coached by Tom Izzo, one of the next to the Roy who's the guy from North Carolina,
I don't
Mike
know.
Krzyzewski.
Yeah,
Mike
Petito,
Krzyzewski would
all those
Duke,
guys.
the top guys. So Tom Izzo is probably one of the top 5 college basketball coaches in the country. He's been at Michigan State for a long time. Matt Ishba went there. He was on a scholarship, played basketball there. When he finished school, he basically, his dad was like, hey, you want to come and work for the family mortgage business. At the time, this is only about, like I said, about 12 to 14 years ago.
Wow.
Matt took the business and started learning the business from the ground up. He was about 24 years old, and they were doing $100 million in volume as a company, which for a wholesale company really is not that's not that big a number, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they had about 12 to 14 employees as well. And in the last 12 to 14 years, like I said, it's either one or the other. They're doing over $4 billion in wholesale mortgage now.
Wow.
And they have over 2,700 employees. They are the number 1 wholesale bank in the country, and there's not a close second. And this building, they just moved into this. This was the old Hewlett Packard building at 600,000 square feet. And the reason why I show you this stuff is because, it was a really inspiring visit. One, to be able to connect and network with a guy like Matt. He took the time to introduce himself to every single one of the broker partners that was there. Very personable guy. Really explained how he was able to, turn this business to what it is today, which is almost unheard of. I mean, to have that kind of growth this facility, and Kevin, you can kind of maybe run through a couple more of the pictures now.
Sure.
Is first rate. They take care of their employees. They have, here's an indoor basketball. Obviously, Matt being a big basketball fan, who used to play basketball. Their employees can come in and shoot hoops and on their break, or they can come in on their off hours, and they have basketball leagues and all sorts of stuff. They have this full gym inside that you can come and work out during your your lunch break or before or after work. Everything is laid out, organized, from the infrastructure to the personnel, underwriters, the account executives, the sales team. Everything is done. I think this is the sales floor here, is done so systematically and is done so well that you really are really, it's really a pleasure to partner with a company like this.
Right.
And they do all the little things that we need on our end to get the approvals out quickly, to get get the conditions turned around quickly. And long story short, it's just an amazing opportunity for us to see what they do. There's Matt there going through our, the welcome, bringing us into the auditorium there and going through the philosophy of UWM, their foundation, their corporate structure and all their values. So long story short, it just was an amazing trip. Came back really inspired and really motivated to show everyone what we're doing on a macro level and know that we're partnering with people that truly understand all of our business, that care about our business, and have the people to help us get loans closed quickly, give the best pricing, make sure that we can do everything that on our end as effective as possible, because they truly want to earn our business. And they're not complacent. This guy's a competitor. This guy could sell his business and walk away and he could buy probably 1 million islands in the Bahamas right now. This guy gets up at 5 a.m. every day and goes to work. He's the first guy there, and he's the last guy to leave. I mean, you don't find those attributes very often in people.
Yeah.
And so it was really inspiring. And so just wanted to share our trip last week and know that we're really excited about growing with United Wholesale and being a big future partner with them. Here's Derek and I and our account executive, Eric Campbell. Great young guy. He was a college football player, transitioned into the mortgage business, local from Detroit. And he was assigned to us about 2 years ago. Right. It was the first time we got to meet him face to face and shake his hand. And so it was really a cool, they had a meet and greet and kind of an outdoor cocktail party and kind of let everyone mingle. But it was really nice to see Eric in person and get to know him. But that was that. But, moving on to the next, I think I wanted to review a couple of things, Kevin. I think we have the list there.
Yeah, let me pull that up for you. One second, pal.
Yeah, I think what we were going to I was just going to review the loyalty program real quick.
Yeah.
I know that most of our agents are familiar with the loyalty program. We may have a few that aren't. And once again, the loyalty program is if you are representing a buyer and you get them qualified through Clearview and we fund the loan, that you guys are, the agents, ARG agents are basically keeping 100% of the commission minus a $75 BRE compliance fee. Just we have someone that audits the files. All of the files that you guys run through the organization or the brokerage are audited to make sure that we're BRE compliant. So we do have a small overhead. We pay a compliance officer to do that. And that's the only thing that we take out of the file. So we really incentivize you guys to utilize Clearview, have the confidence that we have a bank like United Wholesale behind us that can get the loan closed, get everything done on time, do what we say we're going to do, and make you guys look good in front of your clients. That at the end of the day, that's what we want to do, is make you guys look good, and so you guys will have the confidence to come back and utilize us again. And not only that, what's better than keeping 100% of the commission? There's really nobody out there that I believe is doing that for their agents. And I just really ask you guys to please give us a try. We'd love to work with you guys. And I want to just share a testimonial. I kind of reached out to a few of our agents that are already utilizing the loyalty program. And some of our gals up in the Bay Area, Ana Chavez and Larissa Martinez, they've been using Derek and Clearview pretty extensively. And they're just great gals. We love them to death. They do a great amount of business, and they're just hard workers. And Anna was nice enough to send a testimonial in this week. I just want to share that with everyone. Anna says, Derek is my go-to lender. He makes the buying process easy and enjoyable for my clients. He is dependable, prompt to respond, and always available. I have peace of mind knowing the financing aspect is in good hands. I highly recommend and trust Derek. So what a nice complimentary thing to say about Clearview, about Derek. And I think you'll find whether you're using Debbie, Derek, or myself, you'll get the same attention to detail. So thank you, Anna, for sharing that with everybody. And once again, I hope everybody, starts to use Clearview. Make the commission, make all the money. We want you to. We want you guys to have more resources to put back in your business and do some things with Kevin to grow your business. And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bill. I was trying to pull up that slide for you. Here it is.
Right. Okay, perfect. Real quick, I'm just going to run through the list here. I know everyone's kind of probably antsy to get going. Cheapest mortgage insurance rates in the industry. So one thing that United Wholesale has done, and us being partnered with them, there is nobody in the industry that's running with lower mortgage insurance rates. And the way that's factored is it's basically a factor that you multiply off of the loan amount. And Matt Ishba has gone out and negotiated the lowest mortgage insurance. So it's another reason why we partnered with them, is to have those kinds of advantages when we're getting priced against another lender, or, someone says, hey, we're getting approved with so-and-so. Well, it could be the difference of $30, $40 a month in payment, and we're going to beat them every time. So that's a really good thing. Appraisal reimbursement. We are offering an appraisal reimbursement on all conventional loans to the end of the year. So if your clients are doing any kind of conventional loan, and we get that application taken between now and December 31st of this year, we will reimburse the client $525 at closing. So they basically will not be having to pay for an appraisal. So that's a really nice incentive for the borrowers.
Heck yeah.
No charge for waiving escrows for buyers. So what that means is If you don't want to have an impounded account, a lot of times most other lenders will charge you a quarter point in rate if you waive your escrow impounds. United Wholesale will not do that if you go up to 95% loan to value and you don't want to have your escrows impounded. There is no effective, there's no influence or rate increase. That's a huge advantage, once again, for us being competitive in the marketplace. We're not going to charge a buyer if they don't want to impound their account. And the reason why the banks do that is I didn't even know this until I went back and had this meeting. The banks do this because they know if they're sitting on impounded, so you're paying your property taxes, you're paying your insurance, you're paying everything monthly. Well, they only have to disperse those twice annually. Everyone knows that. So the bank is sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, they're making money off of that, right? So United Wholesale does not do that. They don't ding the borrower for not doing impounds up to 95% loan to value, and there's nobody else that does that. And that's a huge advantage, once again, because we're not getting hit that quarter point if our borrowers choose not to go that route. So that's another great advantage. And lastly, a high balance nationwide program. What's really nice about this is we can be in counties that only go up to the 424-100 as the conforming loan limit. Well, usually if you're, let's say, in Riverside County, San Bernardino County, well, anything above that is jumbo loan, right? You're in jumbo world. Mm-hmm. The high cost of living county in LA County, Orange County, a lot of the Bay Area counties goes up to 674 and change or whatever it is.
Yep, San Diego.
So what they'll do is they're gonna allow that to go high balance instead of jumbo, which makes it much easier for guidelines, for pricing. Once again, I don't know of anybody else in the country that's doing this type of extending conventional high balance pricing in a jumbo area of loan amount. So they've really put out some really strong incentives for borrowers, for people that are looking in those price points, and we can help them. So that's about all I have. I just excited to be back on the webinar and to convey a lot of this stuff to you guys, and know that behind the scenes, we're always looking for the best partners. We're always looking for the best things to bring to you guys. And we hope that you guys take advantage of it and call us anytime. Any questions, you guys have any scenarios, we're always available to you guys. So that's all I have, Kevin.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, and of course, Clearview Mortgage is an extension of Alta, so they really work for you guys. Just remember that, and they're always there for you guys. Bill, thank you so much for being on the webinar. Agents, thanks for joining. And as always, get out there, make it a great day and a productive day, and we'll see you guys on the next webinar.